Welcome back to part 4 of Project Phoenix, the 20 valve turbo that nobody wanted. Last time we were looking at the engine. This time we're going to look at the wiring. I'm going to pull the dash out, attack the loom with vigour and swap it for the other one. Welcome back. So developments from last time, not much here. Here, a lot of stuff. Too much stuff. And it needs reorganising because I'm not the best. We've got an LS400 front subframe here, and that doesn't need to be there, does it? Or that Barra, if you're from the north. So the car's here now. She is here. I've dug out the last wheel that I was missing. Obviously, it become part of a bench support. So we are here. Yes. Well, the other thing I found is another spring for the boot. It does hold itself up. It did hold itself up, but it doesn't anymore. So I'm just going to install that spring now so that it will stay up longer. But it turns out I had a spare wheel already, so that's a win. Because it doesn't fit. I need 2 hands. The next clip you'll see will that be all fitted. Okay, when I said fitted, I mean kind of just thrown in. And but you know, it's all black in there now, apart from I need one of these panels. Anybody's got one? Anybody's got one? That'd be great. I'll put that stuff back in the boot then. There's another piece of the puzzle. Found. I say found, I had to buy that, but anyway. More space has been found. Now I've got 2 shelving units. For more parts, there'll be more stuff to go on here shortly. Okay, these struts need to come off this bonnet and go on to Phoenix, so it'll have a working bonnet. Won't that be a new feature? Right then, we should get on with the subject of today's video. What I'd considered doing was chopping these off my replacement loom and then just splicing the wires together, because it's only 5 connectors. But the problem with that is that then I look at the fuse box, because I've just unplugged this fuse box from my good loom that I haven't cut or touched, and I thought I'll make sure that it all plugs in first, and then I come down here and find Scotch locks and extra fuses added, and then I don't know if you can see it up there somewhere. Up there is some kind of another auxiliary alarm or some such thing. So seeing this and this and then this, I don't even know where that it's all taped into the loom somewhere where it shouldn't really exist. And then there's stuff like this that just, and they're my glasses. There's a load of other wires down there. I don't know where they go. So it looks like I am going to take the dashboard out of this, which is no fun. I've taken the steering column out, which is here. Because, you know, that looked like the next logical step into being able to see everything. See, all this business, the pedal assembly, is a nightmare, because it's all this as well, and it's like in layers, and then there's this support here, which then fixes. You can't see down there in between. Let me try and focus. Just try and zoom in. Let's just leave that. Anyway, it bolts to the bulkhead and bolts to that to give you some strength there. The reason why that this has no vent there is a lot of people fit the barnacle widget, and again more bodgery and stuff into this, and I guess that's what that was for. Also, that just looks like household wiring. So I'm not happy with that. I can't remember how to take the dashboard out, but it's not an easy task. So I'm just gonna have to keep taking stuff off until I get it out. I think this loom that these are attached to, that you can't see because they're in between the vent that goes across there, that's all cable tied to the dashboard from the other side, I think, if I remember. From the only other time I've taken one out is when I couldn't get it out because for some reason, I can't remember why, and ended up just ripping the whole thing out and damaging it beyond. And I don't really want to do that with this if I can help it. So I thought I could cheat and just repair that, but look at it. No. So I'm gonna have to do things the really hard way, and I've left my GoPro somewhere else, so I can't do that. So I'm gonna have to do it this way, and I'm just gonna have to periodically come back and film bits to show you where I am crying next. There's some bolts up there that you can't really get to very well, so this is going to be fun. Yay, go me. Okay, well, this is off the red one, and I literally just undid these two bolts either side, but that's got threads in it, so it might just be the 15mm headed bolts, and that is a 10mm thread but 15mm head. I'll just undo those two and see what happens. That's what I'm going to do. There are two bolts in the bulkhead. One is there. The other one is there. They also need to come out where they go in from the bulkhead. So now I'm going to remove those two. With the passenger side, take this side panel off, and you do have access. Okay, back under the dashboard. I don't know if you're gonna, this is going to work or not, but there's this piece here, which is like sandwiched between the dash support, the brake servo framework, and it will just come out once you've unbolted everything. Demonstrate where it sits on the, like that, but obviously that way around. So this is the middle section, that's the outer section, middle section, and then the dash support itself, which is this. Okay, so what I can now feel is that the dash itself and the dash support bar is fairly loose. The heater box appears to be still very much attached to the dash. Quilts are ideal. Old seat cushions also ideal for laying on. But I can see the loom up there now. But it is cable tied to the back of the dash, so I can't just pull it out. This is a shame. But I mean, as so far as this is go, it's not too horrific. That's pretty loose now. It's a good noise, but it looks like the heater box wants to come out with it. So I'm going to take those out at the front and see what happens. When a car's been stood for a long time like this one has, any residue of antifreeze will turn into Loctite. So these are really difficult to get off. I had to tease them with a bar, just pry them little tiny bits of, not too much because these are very thin, these heater matrix pipes, and they will bend and crack very easily. So you just have to just keep wiggling, but not too much. And eventually they do come off, but they are very dry because I obviously had a lot of time to sit and do nothing. So that's those pipes off. I can't remember if I need to take this off or not. I can't remember, but I'm gonna anyway, because why not? So I'm gonna take those off now. So I took that off, and there's nothing to it. It's just basically the seals to stop water getting through the cabin. But there's a bit more wiggle room. Yeah. For that now. I don't think there's anything else. But I'm doing this to make it easier for you, perhaps, if you ever want to do this. Not that you ever would. Okay, so having undone that, I just kind of grabbed hold of the top of the dashboard, and it did come away. There's obviously going to be a lot of wires and stuff still connected behind there. But it does want to kind of fall off now by itself. It's my door wedge because someone sold the check straps off this. Now they're still sticking out quite far, like they haven't moved. But I don't want to break anything, because I do break stuff. So I'm going to put this camera down a minute, and I'm just going to stick my head under there and have a look. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. You know, that point where you think, this is perhaps a two-person job, and I'm on my own. Well, that side's free. This side, I think, is held up with some cables. I can't stick my head under there anymore because it just fell on my face, and that hurt. So I might have to go over the top and have a look, or go around the windscreen. I'm going to go around the other side of the windscreen and have a look. Okay, well, the good news is that the heater matrix pipes are now disappeared, and so is the heater box itself. That's going, so that's nice. And there's also a gap there, so that's good. Nope, can't see nothing there. I'm just gonna have to get in there. Well, it's gonna be out imminently, I'm pretty sure. It's definitely coming out better than it did out of the red one. I think I left my wedge in the... I'm going to have to move the wedge, because that's also pushing on the dashboard. Okay. Okay. It's potentially wiring now that's holding it. More news. It's mostly out now. Mostly out. And as you see, the wire loom is very much attached to the dashboard. Maybe I could just leave it there. Now what I did find, the problem was this foam piece needs to come out, because this sits behind it, and when trying to put it back in, that's a pain. So I will take that foam piece out, definitely, for sure. Right, I think the next cause of issues is that which is in the way. And you know what, I think it comes out this way, I'm pretty sure. But it's out. I did have to up a couple of wires, but yeah, because you're not going to get to that here from inside. Not a chance. Not a chance. You can't even see the metal frame. Hopefully I haven't damaged it too badly. And now it's looking like a lot more space in there now. Everything falls off into 1,000 pieces. Feels cleaner. It's a brake light switch. It's just missing its yellow sheath. Not remember where it goes.